Hey everyone. Now you're probably wondering about what the Facebook Data Challenge was like. Well, for me, it was a great experience to meet with Facebook engineers and data scientists, as well as other intelligent students who are passionate about data. In this video, I'll share with you my personal experience at the Facebook Data Challenge. Specifically, I'll go over what it is, the application process, the actual challenge, my presentation, and key takeaways. But before we get into all of that, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm to help push this video to others who are interested in data science. Turning the like button as blue as the Facebook logo is a great way to do well during the data challenge. So thank you for doing that. And with that said, let's get into the video. So to give an overview of what the data challenge is, for those who aren't familiar, the competition is a chance for students, specifically current sophomores, who think they are interested in a career in data analytics to work with and learn from Facebook's data analysts. Applicants will submit a resume and responses to a few quick questions, which will be reviewed by their team. Finalists will be invited to one of two city events, all expenses paid, at the Facebook offices, which in my case was Menlo Park, to compete in a friendly and educational analytics competition. So for the application process, you will need to upload a resume. Make sure you include your contact info and any skills or experience you have that you think make you a strong candidate for the competition. You also need to fill out a set of questions. Don't worry, those are just some high level questions to get you thinking. Once you submit your application by the deadline, they'll review each submission and select students to participate in the competition. Now, for the actual competition, they presented us with two questions to answer. The first question was, I'm thinking about opening a business in San Francisco. The problem is, I'm not very familiar with San Francisco, so I need help. I want someone to help me understand the business landscape in San Francisco and help me figure out what type of business I should open and where. The second question was, how can this data set be used to improve one of Facebook's products, such as Facebook, Messenger, Instagram, or WhatsApp? They also provided us with two data resources, which were Facebook Newsroom and Data for Good. So, for the first question, my team and I came up with the following response. Help me understand the business landscape in San Francisco by dividing by neighborhood or zip code and include metrics such as population density, age group, socioeconomic status slash income, and suburban slash rural landscape, and do a ratio of per 1,000 people. We track when businesses start and end. We'll also track transportation slash accessibility, such as private transportation by your own car, public transportation via buses, trolleys, subways, etc., and rideshare, such as Uber, Lyft, and electric scooters slash bike share. We'll also include recreation, such as restaurants, gyms, clubs, and theaters. And we'll also figure out what type of business we should open and where by finding neighborhoods that have a specific need for a specific type of business and restaurant. And we'll consider parking availability, parking lots, parking structures, street parking, trying to decide where to open the business. And we'll include metrics for the particular businesses, such as maximizing profit and making an impact, as they need to be a high impact or high in demand for the product and need to identify the population slash demographics of the area, as well as what businesses are in a specific region or neighborhood currently. And we'll also keep in mind the long term impact of moving to a certain location. So we can think of 10, 20, 30 years beyond just moving there and think of the longevity of these businesses from start to end, as well as energy consumption data to build a sustainable business. For the second question, we'll use different stats for data frames data, such as the df.describe method, as well as take into account the average, median, mode, and the 25th, 50th, and 75th percentiles, as these stats used together get the picture about the data's curve, as well as the type of business as a list and the location as a list. So one of the data resources they provided for us was Data for Good, which was data they used to address some of the world's greatest humanitarian issues. They use a variety of technical tools such as disaster maps, electrical distribution, grid maps, and future business surveys to help their partners access and use data for disaster response, health, connectivity, energy access, and economic growth. They also provided this SF business dataset that contains locations of businesses that pay taxes to the city and county of San Francisco. A business may have multiple locations, and each location is a single row. The dataset has over 200,000 rows of data. They also said we could use other data sources and even linked a couple more great resources, which were Data SF and SF neighborhood indicators. Now, one major data point to track and take action on is to hit the like button. By turning the like button blue, you're helping this video get more positive data that will help get it recommended to other people. So thank you for doing that. And with that said, let's get back into the video. So now I'll share with you my actual presentation slides from the competition. Now, the key takeaways for the question, what makes a business use successful, were business longevity, high population density, and high median income. Our hypothesis was that our business will be successful in zip codes where business longevity, population density, and high median income are historically high. So here we have three plots, one for each of the business landscape metrics. On the top left, we plotted business longevity by zip code. From this map, we see that all zip codes listed have high business longevity, meaning their number of business days is high. On the bottom left, we have population density by zip code. Here we can see that 94102 has a high population density relative to the other zip codes. On the bottom right, we plotted median income per zip code. From this plot, we see that the zip codes with higher population density have lower median incomes than zip codes with lower population density. So, with all of this data analysis and visualizations in mind, our recommendation was that zip code 94117, which is Hayes Valley and Haight Ashbury, is best suited for a retail based business. Relative to adjacent neighborhoods, retail based businesses were underserved in this area. We calculated the top 6 zip codes based on business longevity and determined their different business specializations. To find business specializations, we found the most frequent industries per zip code. As for our methodology, we found the top 6 zip codes based on business longevity, and we integrated census data with the SF business dataset. We defined business longevity as the number of days that businesses in a zip code have been open. Additionally, we cross-referenced business longevity from the SF business dataset with population density and median income from census data. As for the kind of product that we would make, our recommendation was to make a recommender based widget within the Messenger app to promote newly opened trending businesses to tourists in San Francisco. This kind of product would appeal to several key demographics, one of which is Gen Z and millennials, since an Instagram integration of trending and most popular businesses would drive a lot of traffic to these businesses via targeted ads. It would also appeal to Gen X and older generations, since we would allow customization and the ability to alter recommendations that are not necessarily trending to allow older demographics to search for what they enjoy. Finally, this would appeal to entrepreneurs and business owners since we would perform research on the most popular businesses and their location to help entrepreneurs find the ideal location for their business. Some key metrics we would include are start/end dates, business type/industry, neighborhood, and longitude/latitude. And here is our appendix showing the actual data points and data frame we used for our data analysis. Now, the way we wrapped up our presentation was to tell everyone to hit the subscribe button and turn on bell notifications to get notified when my new videos get uploaded. It's completely free to subscribe and you can always undo it later on. So thank you for doing that. And with that said, let's get back into the video. So my main takeaways are that I recommended that the Hayes Valley and Haight Ashbury area is best suited for a retail-based business. I created a heat map of SF population density, income, and business demographics using Python and Folium. I also provided recommendations on specific locations in the San Francisco area for emerging businesses. I specifically served as a data scientist role in finding and analyzing multiple datasets for SF, population density, income, and business demographics. I collaborated with an actual Facebook data scientist who provided us with mentorship and guidance. I assisted in creating and delivering a slide deck for a 10-minute presentation for my team, and I was accepted as one of 40 students to the first ever Facebook Data Challenge West Coast and was invited to participate in the Menlo Park, California location. So that was a run through of my experience at the Facebook Data Challenge. I hope that this sheds some light on how the application process and competition work. Feel free to comment down below if you have any other questions or concerns, and I'll be happy to answer them. Now, while you're working at your new job or internship at Facebook or another company, you could get started with investing in stocks by using my Webull link down below, and you'll get 2 free stocks when you deposit $100. You can also get started with investing with Bitcoin and other crypto by using my BlockFi link down below and get up to $250 in free crypto. So I hope you found a lot of value from this video. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell to get notified when my videos get uploaded. Also, comment down below anything else you want to, what you learned from this video and what other topics you want to see. And share this video with anyone interested in learning about data science. And follow me on my socials for even more data science content. With that said, thanks for watching. Take care.